So I'm speeding up the recording here because we're getting to this boring part of UV unfolding, the packing, and doesn't require any sophisticated skills or tools. It's just, yeah, packing. After packing, we have some small stuff that are left out, like we had previously. And when I'm selecting that, I can see that these are eyes and eyelids in that weird shape. But if we project them, apply an algorithm to them, we can do UVs for them as well. Let's project them from view. Mm, yep, like that. Now, and we have this one extra loop of faces from the side of the torso. Let's keep it here for a while and not worry about it for a second. We'll get back to it. Let's keep all the trash away. Here's this small bit that is also something, there's something wrong with it, but let's not worry about it for a second. These are some small stuff that might not even be visible. So there's this one thing about UVs that they don't necessarily have to be aligned like that, or separately and not overlapping. If you want some things to be of the same color and with the same texture, you could actually put them on top of each other. Like for example, with the eyes and eyebrows, we want left eyebrow and right eyebrow to be of the same color, as the same with eyes and eyelids. So let's align them now. There's something with one of the eyebrows. Oh, we have the front face and the back face separately there. Not separately, but we have both of them, and that's where we get both them. We get different islands from them. So let's reproject them again. Um, let's see. Okay, yeah, this is back face and front face of the eyebrow. This is not really an issue. We don't really care about the backside of the eyebrow. So I think we could just put them on top of each other in the UVs. Hmm. Yeah, let's just keep them that way, the way they are. Let's move the eyelid faces up. And once again, if it's confusing, you'll start understanding why this, what the alignment means once we get to texturing. So as you see, I'm putting the eye face on top of another eye face, and that means just that in this area, the color of the pixels in this area is gonna be the same for both of the eyes. That way, we're not gonna have to draw texture for both of the eyes. This is kind of a symmetry thing like we had with geometry. And the same with the eyelids. I have to manually align them so they're on top of each other, but this doesn't have to be super precise. Okay, now let's start putting them all in this white space, the UV space. All of the faces, UV faces that we want to texture need to be inside of that one to one UV space. That's what we'd call it. When something is outside of that space, then it starts tiling. The texture starts repeating itself, and sometimes this is what you want, but not today, not in that case. So it all fits inside. And now let's take care of these small problems that we have here lying around. So I think, yeah, we can see that the selection sync helps us to see where the problems look on the geometry are placed on the geometry. Some of them are not even visible. So this is actually the geometry mistake that we have. So we can just delete that face. Um, there are similar things on the other side. Not. Let's use again this selection sync to help us. Yeah, here it is. Let's remove that face. Mm. So the ones that we have left here, these look like the faces that we won't be deleting. We're gonna need to fix that in UVs. We'll get back to that, but first I want to take care of that side part of the torso that we've noticed previously. So it needs to be connected to either right side of the torso or frontal side of the torso. I think it would be better to connect it to the frontal side. So let's scale it down. The scaling is wrong, and I need to switch the center to active element. Mm, you know what? I think it would be even easier if we, instead of stitching, we would just reproject that. Now let's see what we have. Yeah, if it was a more complicated shape, I guess I would do stitching, and if the projecting was done via some complicated algorithm and involved in a lot of manual work. But in that case, because we're just projecting from view, it's much more easier to just do reprojection. So let's try to this time select all of those the right way. And this could be a mistake that you don't have in your work if you're following me. This could be just me. So let's do the same thing we did with the others. Oh, I got the wrong selection. Let's project from view, and now we get better results, and now we just need to scale it back to the size that that fits the scale of other parts. And now we can try and take care of the other side, other problems. Let's do the same, project from, get to the side view and project from view. Let's see if we got the results that we wanted. I think we got it. Oh, there's two more pieces that are still problematic here. Let's see where they are. Okay, they're on the other side. Yeah, and so I would like to undo what we've just done. The selection was not right. Some of these parts that we have in the mistakes area are not the ones that we need. So let's make sure that we have only the left or right, depending on where you're looking at, the side face is selected, and do reprojection and scale it down to the necessary size. And these faces are obviously from the other side, as we've noticed before. Let's redo the procedure on this for this side, and we should be done. A little piece here again. It's strange that we got these mistakes. Maybe it was. Well, we can always. This is not taking a lot of time, so let's redo that procedure for that side again as well. Let's change the view to the back view and project from view, rescale, reposition. And yes, just, yep, looks good. And I think we're all ready to start with texturing. If we find some other problems in the UVs, we'll be able to fix them even later. Let's get to it.